Well, good afternoon, folks, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood today. And the snowstorm is just started. A few flakes coming down, so it's going to be a messy, if they say we get what they're saying, the holy cats. It's March weather in February. So there's snow coming, and then there's changing to freezing rain, and ice pellets, and then to rain, and then back to freezing again tomorrow. So just nasty. Anyway, not much you can do about that. Just don't get out on the ice when it's wet with the freezing rain and rain on top of it, because that's when you can fall down quickly and hurt yourself badly, or maybe not so badly, but you will hurt yourself if you fall down on the freezing rain covered ground with water on it from the rain. Even worse. There now, that was a little bit of a rambling going on there, I guess. So, what are we doing today? Well, we have a quick look at the weather here. I pretty well told you everything that was going to go on here, so. Well, we're at -9 here now. And the pointer's not warmed up here yet. Come on, pointer. I don't blame you for hiding. It's the weather that's coming. All right, there we go. And 17 degrees Fahrenheit. East-southeast wind at 14 miles an hour. That's another wind that we don't get too often. That's that one. So, we're saying -5 degrees Celsius for today in snow. And then, I don't get this here, but anyway, -4 Celsius and showers. I can't figure that one out. Anyway, they know more than what I know, that's for sure. And tomorrow it's kind of looking like a not a half bad day. It's just 30% chance of flurries, but back to -5 from -4 overnight. Then cold again, and sunny on Saturday, -7. Sunday is a snow day by the looks of it, and could be 20 centimeters. And Monday snow again, I think this said 5 centimeters. Now, I'm getting that from a different weather station. This weather station doesn't mention anything about amounts of snow until about the day before. The other weather stations tend to post how much snow weeks in advance, so I don't know. Who's right and who's wrong, I don't know. Anyway, -7 Tuesday and Wednesday next week, and mix of sun and cloud. So there we go. So today is going to be a firewood related day. No garden tractor talk today. So I got me fire going. I just finished my lunch, or I should say dinner, and was out this morning around and got a few things, and then come back. So the last few days I've been looking at this here. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on the camera or not, but I got to do something with that before it all comes crashing down. So the reason why it's packed like that I'll step back a little bit here. This row here is as I call it, the February row. So I'm almost at the halfway mark with that. And I've been kind of digging out. You can see where there's spots empty in that row. And the reason why I'm doing that is some of those other ones up there If I pull the wrong one out, all that's gonna come a crashing down. So I'm going to take some of that stuff down and repack it here today. Now, anyway, yeah, getting back to why it's packed like that is there's a cabinet in behind there. I don't know if you can see in there or not. You might be able to see a little bit of white in through the cracks of the wood there. So there's a cabinet in there. So as I pile this February row up, and I get up to the bottom of the cabinet, and the cabinet comes over and stops about here. So then I can continue stacking here, and I go up some, but then I come back out to the February row and I keep stacking up. Up. So I can't put wood in this area where the cupboard is in the normal direction like this. 16 to 18 inch long stuff. So I build this up, and then I have a gap in between the end of these and to the cupboard. So as I'm building this up, I'm throwing pieces in there. Odd shaped ones or whatever, doesn't really matter. And then once I get above the top of the cupboard, then I start stacking again because there's room back to the back wall to stack. So that's the reason why it's packed like that. So I got to do a little bit of maneuvering here today to get that kind of down. And you can see up the top all the small little wood. And then there's a bunch of the small little wood around here. And I've been burning a lot of small wood. The January row that was out here was a lot of small wood. And the December row that was up against that wall was a lot of small wood. And that all came from Hurricane Fiona. So this small wood in here is about just about 2 years old, being cut. It's older than that, but it wasn't cut until about 2 years ago, I guess. And whatever the big stuff was, it wasn't split until about 2 years ago or so. Anyway, dry as can be. You pick up some of them pieces, you know, it's just dry. Some of this stuff I've been testing is anywhere from 8.5 to 16%. And my moisture meter won't go below 8.5, I don't think, because I've never seen anything down further. It goes to 8.5% or 0. So anyway, great burning. Some people don't like like burning that little stuff, but great stuff. I burn it, that's for sure. And we have some bigger stuff here. Once we get into that, there's some bigger pieces. And then there's a bit of bigger stuff on the bottom. I'm not sure now where that wood came from. If it's Fiona wood or if it's some other time. Anyway. So I might set this up here somewhere and see if you can watch me get an avalanche coming down on top of me. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, so I got to get that fixed before something happens. Something else that's going to happen within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to look at that. And that's just what I'm doing here now, looking at it, and that's about as much as I want to do to it. But anyway, I'll sharpen it up and clean it up and stuff like that. I don't mind using saws or doing a little bit of maintenance cleaning wise, but once they don't run, Yeah, that's not my fun game at all. Anyway. And then, of course, some of you remember the leaking, beeping chainsaw. And I know one fellow remembers it fairly well. And there it is up there. You can't really see it now because I had my electric plug-in saw up in front of it. But that red saw that's in behind is a Red Max GZ4350. Leaking, beeping chainsaw. Anyway, long story on that. Mike from Maintenance with Mike, he can fill you in on it. He knows lots about it, I think. Oh dear, that was just a nightmare saw, brand new and no beeping good. Anyway, so there we go. It sits there and it can just sit there. I don't know if anybody would want it or not, but anyway. Worked good, mostly. After a lot of beeping around at the first to get it to work good. But the puddles and puddles of bar oil coming out of it when you set it down was just unbelievable. So that's what I'm going to get at here today, is that pile of wood. I don't know if I can set up something here for you to see or not. Anyway, that's what's going on today. The little fans are going there again. Just a goner. I haven't used those electric fans since I put those two fans there a week or 2 weeks ago for the black one in the center here. And that one there's one of my sons that I fixed up for him because it wasn't working right. So this one here is the one that I bought. Oh, it really moves the air, that I can feel the air coming from that. The other one moves air, but it's not nearly as much as that little black fella there. Anyway, I have used this a couple of times just to dry the floor, but like I say, I haven't used that fan in probably 2 weeks. And I used to have that on all day. On low, just moving air around. So these ones seem to be doing the trick. I do have to take that one back to my son's place there. I'll take that back Saturday probably. Anyway, some ramblings on. All right, I'm going to shut you off here, I guess. I'll show you this here for a minute. Kenny's Cape Breton Birch Firewood. Open air adventure. And then we have K&L Firewood. Great channel there to go watch. That's a dandy. And then we have the Thinking Man. Right there. Gator's World. Go check out Gator. He's quite a thinker. And then we have up here, I got to get it out of the fridge. Get my water out. And we have Outdoors, Rick's Outdoors, I should say, sorry. There we go. Now, today's video was about pine straw. I guess there's not that many places use that, but he has a business going selling and installing pine straw around people's houses in their gardens. So it certainly looks nice. It's certainly not something that you see around here. And I guess it's not all that popular anywhere else either. But it is apparently down in his area in South Carolina and Georgia and parts of North Carolina, I guess. Anyway, he had a video out today on that, so that'll be something interesting for you to go see if you haven't seen or heard of pine straw before. All right, I'm going to shut this off and I'll get back to you. All right, we're going to do a little bit here and see how we get along. You can see all the wood fall on me. Call 911. That old ladder you see me moving around, the green one there, that was my father's. And Dad's been gone now 30 years this May. So I've had it ever since. And I don't know where he got it, but he added that little shelf to the top of it for ease of use, and it's been a great old ladder. There now. A little bit safer now, I guess so. As you can tell, she was just about ready for all of it to come down. There now, anyway, I can get at it easier now too. And I don't know if you could hear the sound of the wood, but it certainly sounds dry. That's for sure. So anyway, I guess that's probably it for today. We'll have another look at the storm here. Boy, it's so bad. You know, they even had schools closed here before it even started to snow. Yeah, there you go now. All right, have a great day wherever yous are at and whatever yous are doing. And we'll be chatting with you again soon.